enough, Princess Diana called the men in grey suits.
Good for us, the silent majority.
Of extremely boring middle-aged white businessmen in gray suits.
Well, it's coming up in 9 months, but the grassroots...
I have a pretty good grassroots organization.
So I opted for a more grassroots approach.
Core grassroots support from friends.
We had no idea of our grassroots support.
My whole base is gone. The grassroots lefties, gone.
Describe the Tea Party as a grassroots movement, right?
No! I think he meant through nonviolent grassroots political action!
Don't panic, We'll start a grassroots campaign to save Mr. Pibb.
All proceeds directly fund her husband, Danny Rubin's grassroots campaign.
You and I will take on prong 2, grassroots movement.
We're a student-led grassroots coalition.
Some grassroots Me Too activists, the ACLU. Some grassroots Me Too activists, the ACLU.
Grassroots movement, which means it's
good grassroots work.
Grassroots organizing experience.
It was a grassroots movement fueled by the power of the internet.
The grassroots in the 1960s.
Stop touching the grass!
You've treated me like a second-class citizen.
Time showing up, Nelly!
You wouldn't shut them away like second-class citizens. Second-class citizens!
Shouldn't be treated like second-class citizens.
Women have always been second-class citizens in this country.
It kind of makes us feel
like a second-class citizen around here, because
people with my color skin are second-class citizens.
Be treated like second-class citizens.
But we're sick of being second-class citizens.
They aren't second-class citizens!
Centuries of treating outcasts like second-class citizens, or worse.
For making me feel like a second-class citizen.
There's no reason to treat me like a second-class citizen.
How are we gonna work anything out and he treating you like you a second-class citizen?
I will not be treated like a second-class citizen because of my gender.
Tired of being treated like I'm a second-class citizen because I'm little.
Society treats girls like second-class citizens.
Second-class citizen.
In the end, but even in times in this country's history where the issue of the Electoral College and its deficiencies have been more than a kind of a passing interest among the chattering classes. In the end of the day, at the national level, it's really been difficult, if not impossible, to do anything.
Say that if I had my gun in my purse, I would shoot myself.
The American polity, he magnified the ugly aspects of the American polity that our chattering classes, perhaps including me, have strived for decades to portray as marginal.
But in the chattering classes and policy circles amongst all those observing and commenting, is that the general view now that it's time? It's not. So I just love for you to comment on that a bit, because here in the States we're having exactly the same debate, and it's been an incredibly difficult debate.
Of whom there are many. And I think there's an importance here that's both to the public and to scholars and to the chattering classes, of whom there are many in Washington, D.C. I think it's
system. The light's dawning scales falling across the country. The chattering classes are waking up to the reality that victory is within our grasp in the next 8 months.
Be found. Now, there was one influential group, among whom you might call the chattering classes of Britain, who came up with a fascinating answer. People like John Stuart Mill and Matthew Arnold suggested that there was a ready-made replacement for religion, and that replacement was called, with a capital C, culture. Were plays of Shakespeare, the novels of Jane Austen, they comprised a corpus of knowledge and wisdom that could do very much all the things that religions have traditionally done. They too...
Without chattering classes saying she has had cosmetic surgery.